Well, hey everybody, John Rethlin here, and this is my top 20 favorite New Japan Pro Wrestling Best of Super Juniors 26 tournament matches. Fuck, that is a long title. The whole point is, the tournament just got done, and the finals were really, really good, and so is that Jon Moxley versus Juice Robinson US title match. You have to see that. Oh god, Moxley looks so motivated. But this tournament had 15 nights of action. The 15th night was the finals, but 14 nights with 10 men in each block. And whoever got the most points in A block and B block met the finals. And then the winner was decided to see who would face Dragon Lee at Dominion in just a few days for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship. And there was a host of really, really good matches. Now, there were some stinkers. You're going to get that in any tournament. It doesn't matter what company it is. It doesn't matter if it's Impact. It doesn't matter if it's Ring of Honor. It doesn't matter if it's WWE, especially WWE. WWE's got so many goddamn wrestlers, they're going to fuck a whole lot of shit up. But with New Japan, even though they got a great talent roster top to bottom, with some guys I don't like, but a lot of guys I do, you're going to get some stinkers. But that's not what this list is. I actually had difficulty coming up with just 20. I almost did 25, and I'm like, well, then it's like a participation trophy thing. I was going to narrow it down to 10, but I'm like, well, fuck. Then I would be leaving out a lot of my favorites. So that's why I'm doing this top 20 here. Now, I'm not going to go as in-depth on some of these. You can check out the reviews to figure out find out my full thoughts on them. But I'm going to give you hand-picked ones to really check out if you don't have time to check out every single tournament show, especially before Dominion, because that's a lot of content to watch in just a few days. But anyway, we start off with, from the A block at number 20, Will Ospreay versus Ren Narita from Night 9. Ren Narita, as a last-minute replacement, I think he replaced... I want to say he replaced Flip Gordon, because Doki replaced El Desperado, which made sense. The whole Suzuki-gun Tai thing with, with Taichi bringing Doki over and everything, since Taichi's in Suzuki-gun. So Ren Narita, a young lion, was just brought in like, hey, Flip Gordon had visa issues or something. And he is unable to be there. Can you be in the tournament? Sure. Ren Narita took this on a few days' notice, and my God, he delivered great performance after great performance. You would not know that this guy was just a young lion if it wasn't just for the trunks and stuff like that, the basic black trunks. And the fact that he never won. He didn't have to, though, because he gained a wealth of experience. He was probably one of the top 3 performers here. Well, maybe top 5. Because I didn't expect it to go as well for him as it did. I mean, this match with Ospreay, he came really, really close to beating him a couple times. Now, I know that's the way they do close near falls and everything, but my God, Ren Narita really did some great shit here. And this is the lone match of his that's on here. But what a match it was. Will Ospreay, by the way, dominates this countdown. Do not be surprised. Not all of his matches are on here, but a lot of them are. So yeah, that match with Ren Narita, though, really good. And Ren Narita's best performance, and then his one against Bandito was a close second. And he had other good matches too, but those are 2 that stick out in my mind. From A block also, at number 19, Dragon Lee versus Teton from Night 9. This was really good because it was 2 guys that knew each other really well, had teamed up in the past, had feuded, and you could tell they had a mutual respect for each other. The agility exchanges, the kicks, the strikes, the chops, the flips. This match had everything you needed from like a CMLL, promotion-based, product in the New Japan ring. It just was really good. For those that can't watch CMLL or just are unable to for whatever reason, you got to see that kind of action here on a New Japan stage, and it was really goddamn fun. Korakuen Hall, by the way, Korakuen Hall got to host a whole lot of really good goddamn matches, because from night 7 to 10, they got to have a lively fucking atmosphere, including one that I'm going to get into from night 9, and you probably know which one it is. The crowd was absolutely electric, but this match was just great. Maybe not as good as it could have been. Maybe they should have given it a little more time, but still, it was really good. And Teton had an interesting tournament. Maybe it didn't go the way he wanted, but Dragon Lee especially had a great tournament. He didn't end up winning, didn't end up getting in the finals, but he had some great performances. Number 18, also from A block, Shingo versus Dragon Lee from Night 8. Good match, really good match. It was a tease of possibly what we were going to see at Dominion. Possibly, except we aren't going to get to see this at Dominion. Will Ospreay won, which was absolutely fan-fucking-tastic and something I did not expect. And Shingo and Dragon Lee, with the great agility, the strength of Shingo, the clashes that they had, these 2 have great chemistry, and I would not mind seeing this down the road. Maybe not with the title on the line, but I wouldn't mind seeing this down the road again. I think these 2 have great chemistry. It could be a best of 5 series. I mean, I know New Japan doesn't generally do that right now, but I would be very interested to see that. This is good stuff, though, and Shingo remained undefeated in this tournament until the finals. We then get to B block. And we get Taguchi versus Doki for night 4. Did not expect to put a Doki match on here because Doki, he's not bad. He's more of a deathmatch guy, more of a brawler. And none of his offense is exactly pretty because he just decides to go out there and beat the shit out of people. He knows what he's doing and he's safe, but he's just much more of a brawler. This match with Taguchi, though, did show a different side, and what surprised me was the fact that Doki tapped out. Taguchi had probably the MVP performances of the tournament, maybe besides Will Ospreay. But then again, you know how good Will Ospreay is. Taguchi, even like near 40 or at 40, is just as good as he ever was. And that's the thing, if Taguchi turns off the humor, he can actually do some really good shit, and that was a prime example of what we saw in this match. And even with Taichi interfering, Taguchi eventually got the tap out. This was very, very good stuff. Taguchi had a really strong tournament. I would like to see Taguchi. I mean, I know he's part of the Never Open 6-man champion, but the Never Open 6-man tag team championships with Yano and Togi Makabe. They, they're a good trio, and I know they do that. Somebody had to explain to me that it's because of their partnership with CMLL, which makes sense. I would just like to see those titles defended more, but I would like to see Taguchi team with another Super Junior and go for the tag titles. Take them off of Sho and Yo. I mean, I'd like to see that. I think that'd be pretty goddamn good. A block, going back to the A block here for number 16, Ishimori versus Dragon Lee, night 1. Ishimori putting the first blemish on Dragon Lee's record. Really good match, really good main event, really good way to close out night 1 and kick off the tournament proper. Like anything can happen. Champion can fall at any time. And Ishimori's no goddamn slouch. And I'm really worried about him because his neck and shoulders seem to be hurt on, during the match on the finals. He didn't really do all that much. Hopefully he's going to be okay with some rest. Maybe they'll have him on the Dominion card in a tag. And then maybe he gets some time off before, he's on the undercard for the G1 Climax, which hopefully he is. But if they need to give him a couple months off, good. Ishimori is a damn good talent. He beat Dragon Lee here, and it was a great way to show just what could happen in this tournament. B block for number 15, Will Ospreay versus Bushi, night 2. Did not think I would put a Bushi match on here. Bushi was fucking motivated after he lost his first few matches. And, of course, Ospreay, I don't think there was less than a 4.5-star performance from Will Ospreay. This was Ospreay's finest hour in this whole tournament. I mean, which I know is kind of funny. It actually was more like a finest 2 hours, because I think he wrestled at least a combined 2 hours in all the tournament matches that he had, including the final. I might even actually be understating it. It might be over 2 hours, because he wrestled at least 4 matches. Besides the final, I think he wrestled 4 other matches that were over 25 minutes. So, yeah, Will Ospreay really cut a good pace here. And Bushi, him and Bushi have good chemistry. This was no exception. How great it was. Will Ospreay got the victory. Bushi did end up having a pretty good goddamn tournament, and had he not dropped his first 3 matches, would have been in the finals. So he had a good tournament also. Nobody really looked bad here, maybe besides Kanemaru and poor Taka, who suffered a knee injury. But I digress. Number 14, Will Ospreay versus Bandito for night 8. That's also from B block. Yep, more Will Ospreay. It's Will Ospreay's Bandito. Strength and speed versus strength and speed. And just the fucking agility exchanges and all this stuff here, and it was wonderful. It was wonderful. Please fucking watch this. It's going to get to the point where I'm just going to rush through some of these, because really what do you expect me to say? It's Will Ospreay and Bandito, 2 premier workers in this entire world. And then we get A block action for number 13, Shingo versus Ishimori, night 13, A block finals. Who was going to win? Shingo had no blemishes on his record. Ishimori had 1. Okay, what's going to happen? Well, I actually thought that Ishimori might pull it out. I go, oh god, Ishimori might win. Ishimori might win. Nope. Shingo did dominate at first. He did, Ishimori did come back. Almost got Shingo beat, but nope. In the end, Shingo managed to get the victory, remain undefeated, heading into the finals. Before that didn't end up happening, but still, it was a good match. And then we move on to more A block. Marty Scurll versus Taiji Ishimori from night 3. Also a good match. The villain versus the Moan Soldier. Who could out-heal the other? That pretty much was the whole point of this. And it was a good match. It was, Scurll's ground-based attack, Ishimori's ground-based / agility-based attack, because he's both good on the ground and I almost said up in space. So I'm pretty certain he would be good up in space. Wrestling in space. Let's see that happen. Please no. The whole point is, these 2 former IWGP Junior Heavyweight champions, they just cut a great pace here. I knew that I knew Skrull wasn't going to win. He shouldn't have. Ishimori should have been the one to like just keep rolling on. It was just a really good match between two really good workers. And then we go to number 11. Sho versus Ishimori from night 10 for the A block. Sho deserved a better tournament. Now, he did get some points, but he had really good performances in defeat. But I almost feel like sometimes they were holding him back in a couple matches, which is a shame. And I'm not expecting everybody to deliver a 5-star classic every single goddamn time, even though New Japan has, they have long tours, but then they have breaks so people can, go more all out. This one probably would have cracked the top 10 had Sho won, but he didn't. Now, it was good, and Sho almost had the victory, and it wasn't like, oh God, it was like a complete burial. But God, I wanted Sho to win so goddamn bad. It told a good story of Ishimori only having the one blemish on his record, but still, I would have liked to have seen Sho win. Good match regardless. Number 10, ELP versus Taguchi from night 12, B block. Well, Taguchi won. I wouldn't have seen that coming. I thought ELP was going to be in the finals. I thought it was going to be ELP versus Shingo. That's actually what I thought it was going to be. And I was close, except I wasn't. Because ELP had lost a match at one point. I think he lost a match to Yo, but still was in the running and everything. And okay, if he can beat Taguchi, he's going to get in there. And he didn't. And Taguchi beat him. And that was the most shocking thing about it. It was just a great match, though. Taguchi proving once again that he deserves this spot. And he is one of the premier junior heavyweight workers in the world. I mean, he really is. Again, when he wants to turn off that comedy, he can be goddamn good. And this was an example. And ELP is really good in the ring. I don't know how long his New Japan career is going to last. I think he's going to need to evolve his character beyond being just a full-on dick heel with a, light up jacket and everything that flips off the fans. He's going to need a little more than that. His in-ring work, though, can tell a pretty good story. Then we get to number 9, more Taguchi, with Taguchi versus Yo from night 2 for the B block. Really goes. B block dominates this top 10, by the way. I realize actually that A block has, I think B block has taken up like 60% of this. But anyway, Taguchi and Yo, these two, Yo on the on the rise. Taguchi, I don't want to say has plateaued. It's pretty obvious though that his career will probably start to take a downturn in like a year or two because Father Time is undefeated, and he has had to vary up his style and everything. But Taguchi and Yo, kind of great pace here, great stuff, no complaints whatsoever. Taguchi getting the victory. Yo had a pretty good goddamn tournament. Got a couple shocking victories, like that one over ELP. I did not see that coming. But this was good stuff and a good way to kick off night 2, or finish up night 2. Taguchi gained a lot of main events here. And deservedly so. He was delivering some really, really good performances. He got a good performance out of Doki. And then we get to number 8, more B block. Ospreay versus ELP for night 7. Tremendous. Fucking goddamn tremendous. Two British guys. I don't know what part of, Britain they're from. I mean, really, I don't know. I don't bother to understand the geography, but they know each other really goddamn well, and you could tell. And this is an over 25-minute match, and it was wonderful. I feel bad for not putting the Ospreay versus Robbie Eagles match on here because I really did enjoy it, but I thought ELP's interference and stuff like that drugged the match down, even though I understood it. It's maybe telling a story of like we're going to have Ospreay versus ELP at some point. I just feel that, that one got drugged down a little bit by too much interference, as good as it was. But Ospreay and ELP had just absolutely tore it up. Korakuen Hall was absolutely insane. ELP continuing his winning ways here, even though Ospreay gave him everything he had. But Ospreay would ultimately end up being the victor in the whole goddamn tournament, because ELP would get cocky and get beat a couple times. Number 7, Will Ospreay versus Rocky Romero from night 4, also representing B block. Absolutely great. I mean, fuck, I love this. I love this match. 2 Chaos members. The great thing about this goddamn match is watching these two. One that's near 40, but still in great shape and still more than quality worker. I mean, Rocky Romero also delivering great performances here. And Will Ospreay, come on. His career speaks for itself. He is absolutely wonderful. This stuff, though, great. Ospreay getting the victory, but just the amount of close near falls and the exchanges and the strikes and, just every bit of this match worked just really goddamn well. You could tell they knew each other really well. They had tremendous respect for each other, but they were going to go out there and tear it up. And boy, did they. Number 6, Will Ospreay versus Yo from night 6. That was really good stuff from B Block. And what I enjoyed about this was watching just two Chaos members, again, just tearing the house down. And they could do no wrong here. Even with, like maybe a couple too many near falls. That was my only complaint about some of these matches. A couple too many near falls, though it did tell a good drama of like, hey, you would have to do everything you can to your opponent to win. This was good, though. I thought Yo was going to get the thought Yo was going to win. Now, Ospreay continuing to win here. Yo did not look weak at all, and it was a great, great match. We get to number 5, Dragon Lee versus Sho from night 3. This is one of Sho's best performances. Not his best performance, because that match is next. But it was Sho, showing, yes, bad pun there, that he could, stand toe-to-toe with the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion. And honestly, I wouldn't mind seeing this match again for the title. I really wouldn't. Or get Teton and Dragon Lee to face Sho and Yo for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Championships. Why not? It won't happen at Dominion because Dragon Lee's in a championship match, but why the fuck can't that happen? Have it happen at the G1 special in Dallas. I think that Teton and Dragon Lee would be pretty over there, and Roppongi 3K would also be over. But this was good stuff. It just, the amount of near falls, the strikes, the fact that Sho kept favoring that cauliflower ear. I've tried to combine favor and cauliflower, and I screwed that up. But whatever, I'm rolling with it. The near falls, the strikes, the everything, it's just a perfect storm of really good drama and just great Super Junior action. And then we get to number 4, Shingo versus Sho from night 1. I originally had this as my match of the tournament until pretty much about 8, 9 nights in, because I actually thought that Sho was gonna be able to put the blemish on Shingo. They made me believe, and bravo to them for making me believe, because I didn't think that was gonna work. I was like, nah, he's not gonna. I was like, oh god, he's gonna do it. He's gonna do it. I remember like getting goosebumps about it. I'll get goosebumps talking about another couple matches here, but just Shingo and Sho, these near falls, the strikes, the freaking insane bumps that they took. And just the fact they told such a great story through Sho wanting to prove no one is unbeatable, and Shingo's like, nobody can beat me, just that clash. This is how you build two guys, even with having a guy defeated. This is how you fucking do it. Watch this match. Number 3, Will Ospreay versus Taguchi, night 14, the the B block finals, actually. This was great. It was a rematch, I believe, of the 2016 Best of Super Juniors finals. Where really you can't, you got to go back and watch that one, because that one was pretty goddamn good too. But this was absolutely great. I actually thought Taguchi was going to do it, because they had Ospreay favoring his leg and everything a couple nights before. The only thing I really want to complain about, just very, very briefly, is the fact that they had the A block finals on the 31st, and then they waited 3 days until the B block finals on the 3rd. I think they should have just done it on the 1st or something like that, or even the 2nd, and then not given, you haven't had a day of travel and this kind of stuff, but then you give a little more breathing room or whatever. I always find it kind of funny they had like that kind of separation there. I mean, I get it, maybe it was a TV deal thing or what. I just found it a little odd. But this whole match was just great. I actually thought Taguchi was going to win. I actually did. They had me going there. He kept going for the ankle lock and all that. But in the end, Ospreay got the victory, and he got to go to the finals to face Shingo Takagi, who had beaten, Ishimori just a couple days before. But we get to number 2, and that is Rocky Romero versus El Phantasmo, ELP, B block from night 9, match of the tournament except for one. So it was close between this and the finals. I will be honest, it was a lot closer than I wanted to admit. The Korakuen crowd just was fucking cheering. They were pouring their hearts out into this. It was absolutely amazing to just watch the love and support and the emotion. I'm getting goosebumps. I'm getting a little misty-eyed just thinking about it. It's absolutely great. Korakuen is such a goddamn great atmosphere. If I ever traveled, if I ever had the money and I was ever able to travel and see a wrestling show at Korakuen, and I don't care if it's New Japan, I don't care if it's Stardom, I don't care. I want to go see some kind of show in Korakuen. My problem is I hate flying. But I digress. This was absolutely great. I actually thought, oh, fuck, ELP is going to win. ELP is going to win. And when Rocky actually managed to beat him, I just was absolutely floored. I was like, wow, I did not see that coming. And unfortunately, I wasn't able to watch a lot of this tournament live due to work. I was working a whole lot, of hours during this whole thing and had a whole lot of stuff that was going on. So, stuff, I'm fine, don't worry. But I had to miss watching them live, except for the finals, because I was like, okay, fuck, I'm staying up and I'm watching that. I really just enjoyed how there was just so much drama with this. Rocky Romero winning. The crowd, absolutely great and electric. And just the outpouring support and love for Rocky Romero. And proving that, you don't have to be Japanese to succeed in New Japan if you're a hard worker. And Rocky Romero, still one of the premier junior heavyweight wrestlers, if not one of the premier wrestlers. I don't know why I'm praising these guys like they're going to watch this. They have lives and everything. They're not going to listen to what some little crazy white guy says, that's a wrestling fan. But Rocky Romero, if I could say this to Rocky Romero, I would say, my God, man. I mean, it's wrestling, commentary, selling your merch, music. Is there anything you can't do? I mean, seriously, it's I just wonder about that. But honestly, it was a great match. It was really great to see him beat El Phantasmo. And it was great drama. Number 1, the finals. Shingo Takagi versus Will Ospreay. I'm just going to refer to my review. In fact, I probably will have already put up a thing up there. A link for the video, in the very beginning. But yeah, and I'm going to put a playlist at the very end of this video for all my, New Japan reviews that I've done. But this was just great because I was like, okay, Will Ospreay, he'd been the never openweight champion for a bit. And then lost it and then entered this tournament. I was like, okay, he's not going to make it to the finals. El Phantasmo is. Okay, Ospreay made it to, the B block finals, but he's made it to the B block finals, but okay, he's going to lose to Taguchi. Okay, he beat Taguchi. Okay, cause it's not that I'm doubting Ospreay, but I was like, maybe he's going to move up to heavyweight. No, Ospreay beats Taguchi. Okay, he's going to fall to Shingo. And I was like, oh, fuck, Shingo's going to win. Shingo's going to win. I actually thought there were multiple times he was going to. He hit this fucking Last of the Dragons. It was absolutely goddamn brutal. Nearly dropping Ospreay on his head. Not that Ospreay, loves his neck at all. No one loves their neck in New Japan. Ospreay and Ibushi and Naito seem to be in a literal neck and neck race to see who hates their necks more. And I think Ospreay and Ibushi are about neck and neck with that. I'm going to keep saying neck and neck until I'm uncomfortable. I am. Moving on. Shingo almost had, but then big old top rope boss cutter, and when he hit the Stormbreaker, I was like, Shingo's going to kick out. And when that 3 count hit, I'm like, I literally did this multiple times during the match. One, because of some of the landings, like that Poison Rana and stuff like that, in the close near falls. I was like, Ospreay's not going to do it. And he did, and I'm just like, well, that was fucking great. So anyway, that's going to be the end of that. It was great, though. I mean, Shingo Takagi, undefeated in New Japan, no pins, no losses for multiple months, over 7 months. It did its job. He's apparently wanting a match now. I think I just saw that he wants to have a match against a junior or a heavyweight. I think maybe a heavyweight at Dominion. I don't know who the fuck it's going to be, but fucking make it happen. Maybe he faces Juice Robinson and beats him. I don't know. I mean, I haven't seen what the Dominion card is yet because I'm recording this at the time, so who the fuck knows. But I'm excited to see what Shingo Takagi can do because now they have that out of the way. He had the undefeated streak. He had the great performance in the tournament. I'm not mad that Ospreay won. I can't really be mad at that. I'm not even disappointed. I'm just a bit shocked that they didn't go with Shingo doing that. But maybe they're going to move him up to heavyweight and have him go on a run in the G1, which I would absolutely be for. But anyway, do you agree? Do you disagree with what I said? What were your favorite matches of the tournament? Give me a top 5. You can give me a top 10 if you want. Leave them in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. My Twitter handle's in the description. I'm John Ritlin. I will see you soon.